Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Happy Hour. My name is Melody, mom of 4 in our blended family of 6, homeschooler of 2 for our 8th year. And today's video is going to be about what's in my cart. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a cart, but I was invited to do a collaboration with Shauna at Making Everyday Magic and some other secular homeschoolers out there. And I definitely wanted to get involved with that to give her a shout out because I love her channel and to bring your attention to some other secular homeschooling channels. So make sure you check out the description below for the link to all of those channels. Check them out, give them likes and thumbs up, and let's help build this secular homeschooling community. But before we go any further, even though I don't have a cart, I am going to show you our go-to homeschool spot. We call it our homeschool shelf. Now, I homeschool throughout the house. I'm not going to give you a full tour of all the spaces we use or how we use them, but I do want to step right behind me. You can see the top of the shelf right here. I want to take a closer look on the inside and see what I have on the shelf that I keep on hand for quick access every day. Okay, y'all, let's start from the top here. I've got some books that are for our Bookworm Kids Club. If you haven't checked that out, please check it out and jump on board with us if your children are into reading or you're wanting to encourage a love of reading. We have our friend Nova, who is hiding in her cage. She's a salamander that I found downstairs. Important, very important part of our shelf. Sometimes we need motivation. And so I have my little container of miniature Tootsie Pops, because who doesn't love a Tootsie Pop, right? And sometimes you just need something to munch on while you're doing your schoolwork. So you'll see if you look up a little higher, on the top of our shelf, we have a question board up here. And this is where I put my quote for the week. And the kids write random, sometimes nonsensical things up there. And if nothing else, it is a great source of humor in our household. But sometimes it's a great learning opportunity too, because they'll ask each other interesting questions and that will entice the siblings to go and look the answers up because they want to be the first one to answer the question. Often I have books at the top. We've been working on geography, so this book is one that we've been referencing a lot, so I've just left it out. But the top shelf shifts frequently, and these shelves down here, not so much. These are our standards. First, I have quick access to some of our curriculum and curriculum resources that we're using. Bean in particular, she's really enjoying Beast Academy, and so she's been reading ahead because she likes reading the guidebooks just for fun. This is probably what gets the most attention, and that is our pencil box. I always have a box of pencils and erasers ready to go right here just to keep things organized so I don't have pencils all over my house. I do try and go through randomly and sharpen those puppies up because they can get to be a mess. Next, I have my little math cubby right here. We've got some tanagrams. These cool little, they're like puzzle pieces. Let's see, I'll pull them out for you. Like a little, when we were traveling, they were for the car. And there's so many fun things that the kids can build out of these. And if I'm not careful, I will end up sitting here during this whole video and you can just watch me build out of these little whodangits. Of course, we've got some tanagram maps. There's some word search puzzles and our multiplication music to help the kids remember their multiplication from The Good and the Beautiful. Not a secular curriculum, but I do like their multiplication cards. If we move over a little bit further, we have some resources that I like to have on hand. This is the Tuttle Twins series. I will do a review on this book series soon-ish, maybe. And then of course we've got some dictionaries, the presidents of our country, what do you believe? And just, I shift these books around and I try and mix it up. So I've got some origami books, world history books, some cultural diversity up here. What do you believe? This is one of my favorites as a secular homeschooler. And then our last cubby right here is where we are keeping our Mel's science kits. So I have the main set, and then each time we get a new kit, we put it in here. I also keep our microscope in here so that we can easily access these materials, and the kids are welcome to get the microscope out as they see fit. As you can see, those 4 little cubbies have some nice go-to items that we like having available all the time. If we look one step lower, you will see I've got a cubby with some cords coming out over here, and this is where we keep our electronic devices for the kids to be able to grab easily when we need extra internet access. We have a computer on the desk over there, but sometimes they need to do things at the same time. And then some extra materials that the kids can use as needed, and some miscellaneous materials in here. I usually keep all of my whiteboards in here as well, but as is often the case, the children have taken them and scattered about the universe. This is a miscellaneous bin for random items depending on what we are working on during the week. This bin will have some extra stuff in it. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that I like to keep things tidy whenever possible, and so each of the children has their own individual bin. I'm a little frightened to see what's inside here because I do have to tell the kids to clean up their bins routinely because they get to be a bit of a mess, but they each have their own bin with their materials in it that they use on a regular basis. From my perspective, it keeps the house pretty clean because all I can see is the front of this bin, but from their perspective, they have a safe space to kind of dump all their things in without having to stress too much about how it looks on the outside. Although, apparently, I should either not look in here at all, or maybe encourage them to clean it up more because, oh my goodness, they bent my book. All right, so that's what I've got for you today. A quick look at my cart, if you want to call it that, and an opportunity to share some other secular homeschooling channels. Again, check out the description below so that you can see the links for those channels and go see what they keep on their carts as well. Maybe you'll get some good ideas that you hadn't thought of yet, which is why we're all here, right? Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you can follow along and check us out as new videos come out. And I will catch you next time.